today. Our first hero will be Lulzim Baumann in force. He is representing Germany today. Lulzim, are you here today? Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Well, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, I'm representing more than Germany. I'm representing today Albania. So
Awesome.
that's why because I'm also by myself, from Albania, even though I have studied and done my master's and all my specialization in Germany. I am an environmental engineer specialized in waste management, but because I have been living along one of the most polluted river in Albania, I wanted to go a bit more than just waste management. And then I started to deal with the most polluted river in Albania, which is called Ishëm River. At least 2.5 years from now, I have been working really many hours and days, and and it was really a very active time, and still I'm working in a current project on the topic. As you see at the source, Ishëm River, as many other rivers, maybe all our other rivers are as clean as on this picture, but as soon as the river leaves the first houses, it gets as polluted as on this picture and also some other pictures that you are going to see. I'm going to speak. This is very short a table of content. Pollution, just around the problem. It's basically, it seems like the problem is almost everywhere the same. It's a problem. You have to solve it. Maybe different solutions, and that's why I'm going to come up also with like water analysis. How polluted is this river? Very short, and then 5 projects proposed, and the current campaign which I am already doing in Albania, like fighting to clean this river. Very short, Albania is a country in southern Europe, it's a small country, has only 2.8 million people, and around 35% of them are living along the Ishëm River. So actually 35%, let's say 1 million people the maximum, they are polluting this river as you see it on this picture. I do not want to imagine how it could be if there will be 10 or 100 times more people, like the cases are in India or other countries. But still, this is enough to pollute the Ishëm River and makes it one of the most polluted rivers in Albania. And there is an enormous loss of the biodiversity. At least the last 20 years, there is no more fish or anything living on these waters because it is extremely polluted. I don't know what can be more extremely polluted. If there is nothing living, it smells horribly. And as you see the pictures, and there are also some other pictures. Pictures speaks by themselves, but I will stop very short on the right. On the right picture, there is a map. Actually, it's from the National Environmental Agency in Albania. And the last, 7 years, they have been doing these reports about the Ishëm River, and they have introduced it or explained that it's extremely, basically, the pollution is very bad. Unfortunately, this is only what is coming at the moment from the Albanian government. Basically, they show it is bad, but nothing else to be done so far. And also at the source of the Ishëm River is very, very clean. If you see also where I blurred it with this green dot. And also Professor Dibram, she also did a study, also finished her PhD 2017 and found out that there is a very high number of diarrhea in residents along the Ishëm River. The major challenges are lack of waste and sewage infrastructure and management. Basically, actually, we are speaking for the capital of Albania with around 1 million people, and there is no wastewater treatment plants. So basically 1 million people, whatever they are doing in their daily activities, it's going untreated into the Ishëm River. And then there are also other challenges like unclear responsibilities. It's still not clear who has to take care for this river. We know that there are environmental engineers, are NGOs, or experts or fighters as me in this case, but still it's not enough to change the face of the Ishëm River. And there is also another problem like lack of awareness on environmental issues. On the right page, there is a map. Also, there are registration of more than 200 hotspots done by me. And this is like how the solution looks like. There are around 109 hotspots, waste hotspots, and the rest are sewage problems hotspots, like different pictures, different explanation. And as you see in this picture, there is really much to do, and sometimes you do not know where to start, but I try to bring it in a point that where could be a starting point. At the water analysis, I'm not going to go very deep. I only I will only let you know that the situation is as horrible as you see in many parts of the river. It's as polluted as no fish can live on this river. I will stop very short to the dissolved oxygen. There is one area, maybe it seems that along the Ishëm River is the most polluted area. The dissolved oxygen is 1.68 milligram per liter, which is as low as no fish can survive on this river. And if you put into this water 2 or 3 fish, they will die within, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes because there is no oxygen. They cannot breathe. And I'm not going to the other points, but as you see, usually in the beginning of this river, it's very clean, and after it leaves the first houses, it gets extremely polluted from sewage water, from industrialized water, from waste, and from whatever else we are producing in Albania in our daily activities. And in 2019, actually, I finished my feasibility study along the Ishëm River. It's called "Stopping the Pollution of Ishëm River in Albania." Also published it as a book. It was like almost 1 year work, and really like 8 hours per day, 6 days a week work. And then I ended up in many results, but I have to explain like 2.5 years of my work along the Ishëm River within 8 minutes. And I hope I manage it as well as you understand what I want to bring at this point. So basically, I ended up in five project proposals. Basically, these are proposals that we have to start right now. There is no time to lose, and it's not as complicated as no one can do it. The first project proposal is awareness raising among stakeholders. I'm very convinced that if we are aware, we can pressure each other, we can pressure our government, and they will start moving if we need, for example, a wastewater treatment plant. But also we'll pressure our community that like do not throw any more waste into the river, or find another way for your sewage and not just throw them into the river and so on. The second project is what I suggest, and I also have been working so much on the second project proposal, is a municipality cooperation to improve waste collection. And this was my main focus, to stop this 109 hotspots of waste, and to have like just improving the infrastructure and awareness raising. These were my two fighting points, and it looks like there is done a lot of work, but still it's much to do. So I'll go to the third project proposal: reduction of cadmium and lead. This is like cadmium is up to 104 times more than the standard of European Union. Lead is I don't know, it was like 98 or 100 times more. So it's extremely high to really be very, very dangerous, and you have to start, or I have to start, or the Albanian government or someone else has to start to deal with these heavy metals. As you very well know, maybe better than me, how dangerous are these heavy metals. The next project, the fourth one, is to establishment of constructed wetlands. I'll stop in the other slides a bit more, as a traditional sewage treatment methods in rural hotspots. Actually, the fourth and the fifth project's proposal, they go kind of with each other, because if we build wastewater treatment plants in the municipalities, the villages are so decentralized in Albania that I think it's really impossible to get the sewage water from a village 20 to 25 kilometers to bring it to the capital city of Tirana, because of the traffic is so horrible, and you need like 1 hour, and the kilometers make play their own part. It's expensive, and if we haven't yet managed to build a wastewater treatment plant, or we are going to manage to bring even this wastewater to the main wastewater treatment plants. That's why I was suggesting constructed wetlands as a traditional sewage treatment method in a rural area. I'll bring some very short another example. What I'm doing now, it's a bit like, hey, actually I'm very motivated what I'm doing now. This is my current project. It's focused on 4 parts. And the first part is to reduce the amount of laundry detergent. As I mentioned in the beginning, there is so much to do. There are so many projects or so many actions that you can take, but I wanted to take an action that I really have to do directly with inhabitants. And reducing the amount of laundry detergent, estimated from my analysis, is like 25 to 35% of the amount. So this is possible, and this we can do with speaking just with each other, like reducing the pollution, also reducing the expenses, and also making it possible that we are more safe from the allergies that could be caused from the extra use of laundry detergents. The second point is to use more ecological detergents, like with basis of soap nuts, soapwort, or horse chestnuts. I'll mention it just in a slide later on. To get rid of a fabric softener, I'm not going to mention it anymore because it's enough of these 3 pictures, based also on information from environmental agencies or NGOs in Germany. They kind of find out, and they are so convinced that there is no need to use fabric softener. So basically, just get rid of the fabric softener. You have more money in your pocket, you have less polluted water, and then you have less possibilities to get allergies from these chemical elements. The first picture, it says that the fabric softener come mostly from dead animals. This was the noise that Germany is working a lot. They even did I got a link. They did a documentary, 43 minutes, just about the detergent pollution and also fabric softener and why you do not need them. Like the softener from the fabric softener is coming from fat animals, usually dead animals, at least it's explained from the German environmental experts. And the smell, the good smell, so-called good smell, it's all chemical. So basically, you do not need to use fabric softener. And the fourth point is promote constructed wetlands as a viable solution for the villages. To reduce the amount of laundry detergents, I will stop very short because it's a very long study that I've been doing the last 5 months. But be aware of the detergent cup. No need to fill it full. Usually the advertisements of the detergents has the interest to fill it full, and then you get 200 to 250 milliliters. Ones that you need usually 100 milliliters. So basically you can reduce it more than 50%, but let's say that not everyone is filling it as full as in the picture. And then to also kind of do the correct dosing of the detergents, also you have to see the instructions of the detergents. You have to find the water hardness. One of the most important parts to do the detergent dosing is water hardness. So no one knows it in Albania. That's why this is a kind of my campaign, what I'm going to bring this months in Albania. And then you see, I'm a bit really brave to present soap nuts as an alternative to my Indian colleagues. So be free to judge me or to support me. It's just, I thought, and I'm kind of convinced that there are better opportunities, better possibilities than just these chemical detergents or chemical washing detergents. There is soap nuts produced in India, not as good for Albania because you have to import it, and the transport and so on for climate change is not as good, but it's a possibility. And then we have liquid detergents done from horse chestnuts and the soap wort laundry liquid. These two right ones, we are producing them in Albania together with the Agriculture University of Tirana and 2 chemical professors. And so far we have done some probes, and it's going really very interesting that you can really reduce so much from these chemicals and still have a good quality of your clothes washed. The third point, I'm not an expert of constructed wetlands, but I'm kind of really convinced so far that you cannot treat all the waters in a water plant like at the capital city or to transport it every day, but you need also in some villages, maybe constructed wetlands is a good possibility. Maybe I will find out today even better possibilities how to clean the Ishëm River waters. Leo, I can see only you. If I am a bit going too fast or I am running out of time, please give me a sign because I don't see anyone else.
I think you have enough time to just conclude real quick. And
okay, perfect.
Yes.
I almost
I'll give you 1 minute to wrap it up.
I think I'll manage it. So constructed wetlands is an artificial wetland to treat municipal or industrial wastewaters. So as you see also in the pictures, no need to go so deep. I think maybe some of you know it's much better than me how can you work with constructed wetlands. Maybe you can even ask or suggest me something on the end. But the question is, this is actually 2 pictures from my village. We are around 35 families in my village. But these villages are also other villages, and these villages or houses are connected to a sewage system, which transports the wastewater to a tank, as you see on the picture, and then is discharged untreated directly into the river. The question is, how can you deal with that? And at this point, I'm suggesting constructed wetlands. I think it's really an acceptable technique to clean these waters because a good part of the work is done. We have toilets, thanks God. We even have now the sewage system, but we are not treating it. So the point so far is that we are collecting for what? Just to bring it in one point instead of every house does it by themselves. So this is a question which I think we can answer with constructed wetlands, at least partially. But I wanted to go a bit more than just constructed wetlands to make it a bit more.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so
That's
much.
my
I
last
appreciate
slide.
it. Yes, thank you so much.